What up, though? Welcome back to Detroit Sports Report. All right, we have huge news coming out of Detroit, and it is official. Ben Johnson is officially returning to the Detroit sidelines as the offensive coordinator. He officially has notified Dan Campbell that he's returning to be the offensive coordinator. And this is huge because we obviously were getting a lot of reports saying he was strongly connected to the Washington Commanders job. So we thought he was leaving. Everybody thought he was leaving. We thought he was leaving. We thought Aaron Glenn was going to leave and get a head coaching job. And because I watched the press conference after the bad loss, and Dan Campbell was really sad and somber. Obviously, because you just lost a big game that you had a big lead in, that you felt that you were about to win. You went from feeling on top of the world. You were just 2 quarters away from going to a Super Bowl with a huge lead, and then everything just raveled and just losing like that. Of course, he was sad because they just lost a big game. But a big part of that sadness was, and he talked about it, he was saying, this isn't guaranteed. This might be he told the guys in the locker room after the game, this might be our only chance that we get here. We might not see this NFC Championship game again. And a big part of that, he was saying, because things change. He said the coaching staff might change. Then we got to go get new guys in here, and there's no guarantee we're going to have a good chemistry. And all that is important. And Dan Campbell felt, and I guarantee he felt after that game that Ben Johnson was leaving to get a head coaching job. And that really had him feeling like, damn, now we got to get a new guy in here, and what are we going to do? But this news has come out, so now he's going to be back. And this offense obviously was one of the best offenses in the league, and that's a huge credit to Ben Johnson. He's a great football mind. He dialed up and created so many big-time plays in big-time situations. Every time we went for it on 4th and 2, 4th and 3, and converted, the reason Dan Campbell has that much confidence to say, hey, it's 4th down, come on, let's go for it. Because he knows Ben Johnson has something dialed up, and he has the perfect play. And more times than not, even when we didn't convert, even in this last game, the NFC Championship game, where everybody was getting on Dan saying that he shouldn't have went for it on 4th down. The reason why he has that confidence, because the play was right. If you remember the play was right. It's just Josh Reynolds, unfortunately, just didn't make the catch. But the plays that were dialed up were the plays to go to. Just like when we got jerked over in the Dallas game, when we got cheated out of that win, the play was perfect. You know what I'm saying? So Ben Johnson creates these plays, and he has these plays ready in the perfect situations, in the perfect moments. And whether we convert them or not, because it's up to the players to convert them, it's up to Ben Johnson to dial up the right play. And he's done that all season. So we knew it was huge whether we kept him or lost him. And I'm just so grateful that he decided to come back. And he told Dan, he's coming back because we have unfinished business. This loss really stings, not just for the players, not just for the head coach. It stings for them coordinators as well. And Ben Johnson, because we all know, everybody on the lines, everybody knows that, we should have won this game. This was a game we had. We should have won it. And Ben Johnson knows that we have this talent on this team to run this thing back and to take the next step next year. So that's big news. He's coming back. So if people don't realize how huge this is, man, this is big, big, big. So we get to run it back. Because now I think it hasn't been confirmed yet, but I'm pretty sure Aaron Glenn's going to stay too. And if you've seen his defense the past few weeks, he's been dialing up, and he's had a really good defensive scheme. Now, the players, they got to get some new players on the defense to carry the schemes out. But the schemes actually got a lot better the last 5 or 6 games on the defensive side. Even though the players didn't, some players like, Cam Sutton, they're going to have to take a long, hard look at that, see if they want to bring him back. because defenses were picking on him. They were going at him. But the overall, the big picture, we can go back and look at all the games when, we gave up 150, 180 yards to a receiver, 200 yards to a receiver. When you go back and look at most of those games, we won a lot of those games. Even though a receiver had a lot of yards, we still won a lot of those games. CeeDee Lamb, when we played Dallas, CeeDee Lamb had over 150, 180 yards or something like that, whatever it was. But Dallas only scored 20 points in that game. At home, where they averaged 35 points a game, and we only gave up 20 points. So while we may have gave up a lot of yards to the receiver, we weren't giving up crazy amount of points, and we weren't losing a lot of these games. Even the Dallas game that we won, should have won, got cheated out of, whatever. But so I think if we get Aaron Glenn back, I'll be here for that as well, because I think he's getting better and better as a defensive coordinator. So we should get him back, but we do officially have Ben Johnson back, and we know our offense is still going to be great. It's going to be explosive. We'll have one of the best offenses in the league now that, a lot of these first-year players, Jahmyr Gibbs, Sam Laporta, they're just going to get better, and they're going to have good years, So we got to stay healthy. That's big in the NFL. We got to stay healthy. So that's one big thing. But if we stay healthy, we get some new pieces in here when this draft comes in free agency, there's no reason why we can't run this thing back and not only get to the NFC Championship game, but to finish the business this time, finish the deal and get to a Super Bowl. So doing that, Ben Johnson coming back, that's a big piece of that. So, all right, I just want to let you guys know about that. Ben Johnson is coming back to the Lions sidelines. This is great. So anything else that, any other news that comes up, tune in to Detroit Sports Report. We will be letting you know. Hit the subscribe button. We're trying to run these numbers up. We're trying to get in the algorithm. Hit the like button. Comment. Let me know, what do you feel about Ben Johnson coming back? Are you happy? Were you thinking of some other coordinators? I don't think we should have been. So let me know how you feel about that. And what do you think are going to be, what do you think our chances of next year? Do you think we can run it back? Do you think we have a chance? Because I think we do. So let me know what you think, man. Detroit Sports Report. Peace and love, everybody. We'll hit you when other news breaks. Tap in right here. We got you.